Hello there everyone, my name is Kirsten, and how have you guys been? It has been a very long time since I've last posted any sort of videos. I believe it was about a month ago since I last posted, and I am finally here into the heart of Texas, which is exactly where I moved to. Now, I believe the last time I spoke, I was giving you an update that I was moving pretty soon. And yet, here I am. I finally made it. Surprisingly, yes, I am outside filming today, and it feels really nice out today for some weird reason. And yes, I decided to put on some sunglasses because the sun is literally blinding my eyes right now. I kind of rambled and got sidetracked a little bit, but anyway, the point of this video is that I'm going to be talking about another monthly favorites yet again. This time I'm combining March and April for my monthly favorites into one, simply because it was pretty hectic this whole entire month or so of just being able to go out of state, get settled into my house, and unpack everything. I will be posting a vlog on my whole little moving road trip situation, so stay tuned for that, because that's what I'm definitely going to be showing. So before I completely begin this video, if you guys are new to this channel, and if you haven't done so already, please do consider subscribing to my channel with notifications on. I upload brand new videos every single Friday. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started into my monthly favorites for March and April. So to begin with the movies and the TV shows, I had a chance to watch at least one anime, one TV show, and one movie for the month of March, but in April I haven't had a chance to watch anything simply because I was busy unpacking and sorting things out. But anyway, to begin with what I watched during the month of March, I basically got to watch a TV show I haven't seen in a very long time, and it was actually from my childhood actually, and I didn't even know why I bothered to watch it. I guess I just simply wanted to watch it to, of course, revisit my childhood, and that is, of course, Goosebumps. I remember watching some of the movies growing up. Like, I remember my favorite ones were The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, The Haunted Mask, and so on. Usually I watched basically those movie specials, but then I haven't had a chance to see the other TV shows growing up as a kid, and I finally have a chance to watch them, so that was definitely a little bit more interesting. So for the movies, I had a chance to watch one movie, and of course that movie in particular is known as Lizzie Borden Had an Axe, and it was based around a true story where a young girl murdered her parents, which I thought was really interesting because I never knew it was based on a true story until I actually looked it up. It was a very interesting story, definitely. And finally, the last thing I had a chance to watch, but definitely not least, is of course an anime, and I haven't watched anime in a very long time actually. So the anime I decided to watch was known as Devilman Crybaby. I heard a lot of good things about that TV show. I had a chance to watch it on Netflix during the month of March. I was really surprised actually. It was a very good TV show, or anime rather. I really did enjoyed it all the way up until the end, and I don't even know if they're gonna come out with a season 2 or whatnot. But besides the fact that it had a terrible ending, which I'm not gonna give away what the ending is, I overall enjoyed it for very many different things. I absolutely loved it. So the video games that I had a chance to play during the month of March, actually, and I was trying to complete the game before I officially left and moved down to Texas or whatever. But basically, the video game that I had a chance to play is known as Final Fantasy X, and this one is one of my all-time favorite games. I love it to death. And I think about a year ago, maybe a couple years ago or two, it came out, I think, on the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. It was basically an HD remaster, and I was debating on whether to get that for the PlayStation 4 or not, simply because there were like a few graphic updates, and especially with Tidus's face. When I found out about it and I looked it up online, I was literally blown away by Tidus in a very negative way. Here I am thinking to myself, like, Jesus criminy, what the hell happened to Tidus's beautiful face? They modified him in a certain way that kind of pissed me off a little. In the original, his eyes were a much more brighter baby blue almost. His eyebrows were kind of high a little bit, especially towards the end. And he definitely had the duck lips versus the HD remaster. His eyes were a little bit dark. His lips were fine, but then his eyebrows weren't quite as high as they were in the original. They were kind of slanted a little bit, which kind of bothered me. But there's a video that I had in mind of comparing the original to the HD remaster. So if you guys would like me to do a video on that, do leave it in the comments down below and maybe I could give that a go. So moving on to the PlayStation 2 version of Final Fantasy X. I still love the original, and of course, with this being one of my all-time favorites, I enjoy a good play out of this game very, very much. And eventually, once I get my PlayStation 2 fixed or whatnot, or maybe if I clean the CD or whatnot, I'll have to go back and finish playing this game because I really love this game genuinely. And maybe one of these days I'll get the HD remaster and give it a go, because I've been debating on that for a very long time, and now I'm thinking about that off the top of my head. Really good game, one of my all-time favorite Final Fantasy games ever. I genuinely really love it. I love the story, I love the characters, everything about that game is just so amazing. And for April, I haven't had a chance to play any sort of games, although I have been playing games on my phone, which doesn't really count, but that's nothing really going on for gaming stuff during the month of April, that's for sure. So for the traveling, as you guys already know from, I believe, January or February, I basically got to go on a road trip to 3-4 different states, including the state I am currently at. So as you guys got to witness from my February favorites video, I had a chance to tell you guys that I got to go on a road trip into Arizona and New Mexico, and of course all the way up until I reached Texas, and that was pretty much it from there. Like I said again, I will be posting my moving road trip sometime in the next video, so do stay tuned for that, because I do plan to upload that video sometime very soon in the near future. So to begin with some of the foods that I've been trying and loving recently, there wasn't really much new stuff that I got to try in the month of March, but for April I had a chance to try out so many different things that I'm gonna see if I can try to shorten this up as much as I can. To begin with the month of March, I had a chance to try out a few things actually. So the first one I had a chance to try out is by Nature's Path. It is the Flax Plus, which is pretty good, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video or not, but it's a pretty good cereal. I enjoyed it very much. And of course, I had a chance to try out vegan cheese for the first time, and it is by Field Roast, and it's called Chio or Chio slices, which are pretty good. They're not too bad, honestly. I enjoyed eating it very much. I also had a chance to try out Amy's Harvest Casserole, which was pretty good, and I was genuinely very pleased by how everything turned out. So for the last thing in March that I had a chance to try out, but definitely not least, it is by the Laura Bar brand, and it's basically like dark chocolate mixed in with strawberries. And as you guys know, I am definitely a strawberry girl. I love anything with strawberries in it. I enjoy eating strawberries itself. And that is definitely one of my favorite bars, and if I had a chance to encounter these bars again, I'm definitely gonna pick them up for myself, definitely. So moving on to some of the foods that I liked in April. There's definitely a lot, and I'm definitely gonna be looking down to see what I wrote down on my phone. But basically, I had a chance to find some Thai iced tea in the grocery store the other day. And I was overall very pleased because I do enjoy Thai iced tea and it's really good. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. There's this brand of potato chips that I had a chance to try out, and it's by Kettles, and it's the Korean barbecue flavor. What makes it interesting compared to ordinary barbecue is that it has like a very spicier taste to it compared to the original barbecue, which is something I like sometimes. I'm not a huge fan of spices, but it was more like a mild spice, which is okay. And I enjoyed eating that Korean barbecue chips. They were really good. And another brand I had a chance to try out, and I got them over in Costco the other day actually, and I've been loving these very much. I believe they're called the Hippies, and they're basically made out of chickpeas, and they're basically like the Cheetos Cheesy Puff things, only they're vegan, which is very interesting because they're like a vegan white cheddar brand too. To my surprise, it was actually very good. I enjoyed eating those very much. I had a chance to try out Brooklyn styled pizza, which is also very good. I had a chance to try out the dairy-free Ben & Jerry's ice cream, which is known as the cinnamon buns, which tasted exactly like cinnamon, and it was very surprising to me because it didn't taste like it was vegan for some weird reason, and it's really good. I enjoyed eating it like I do with everything else. I'm not much of a picky eater too. I went into this sandwich place. It's called the Firehouse Subs, which is kind of similar to Subway, only I think it tastes a lot more better in my opinion. And I got to try out their veggie sandwich, which is really good. And another thing I had a chance to try out was a place called Zoe's Kitchen, and it had like a lot of vegetarian and vegan options in there. I believe I tried out the falafel sandwich, or maybe tacos, I can't really remember, but they were pretty good and I wouldn't mind going there again to try it out. I also got to try out another Tofudi brand, and normally I like their cream cheese, and I found out that they have the sour cream version of that. And to my surprise, it was actually pretty good, and sometimes it's good with like tacos and whatnot. I also got to try out Tiny Things of Cakes, which are known as Anything Abundant Cakes. There was so many I had a chance to try that I forgot, but what's interesting is that they kind of reminded me of angel food cake for some weird reason, only they're a lot more heavier. There's a Japanese restaurant I had a chance to try out actually, and it's a new Japanese restaurant here in Houston. It is called Takumi. It's basically like an Asian restaurant with a collaboration of Chinese and Japanese food mixed into one single restaurant, which is pretty interesting, I thought. I tried out their clear soup, which is basically like a French onion soup almost, only it's Japanese. It had mushrooms in it and it had onions, of course, which is pretty good actually. I had a chance to try out their salad, and one roll that I never tried out before actually. It is some sort of like a tempura sweet potato rolls, which were honestly really good. I enjoyed eating it very much because I love anything sweet potatoes. I also got to try out some seaweed thins with some coconut in it, and it's a pretty good combination to my surprise. I wouldn't mind if I get that brand again. I went into this place called Tornado Burger and I got to try out their onion strings, they're kind of similar to calamari, only they're the onion versions for some weird reason. That's what came to my mind, and I thought it was pretty good. Another pizza place that I also had a chance to try out was called Marco's Pizza, and I got to try out the vegetarian version of that, and I think it's pretty interesting for the most part. I also got to try out another Laura bar, and it is the nut and seed crunchy bar. It had like dark chocolate and almonds in it. It was definitely very crunchy and interesting, I thought. And of course, last but definitely not least, I had a chance to try out a Pure Leaf brand, and it is by the Tea House Collection, I believe it's called. I basically had a chance to try out their chai iced tea, which is also another form of tea I enjoyed drinking also. It's a very interesting texture to me because it's spicy, but it's not spicy. It's more like a sweet spice in a way. I don't know, that's how I view chai stuff anyway. I feel like it's one of their limited editions, I feel like. Everything I had a chance to try out for the month of April and March. So for some of the songs and music that I had a chance to listen to during both the month of March and April, in fact, some of you guys may have heard about them if you are a heavy metal lover of some kind, but basically I got to listen to a band called Motionless in White. Their newest album that recently came out, I believe, is called Graveyard Shift. One of their songs that I got to listen to from that album is called Eternally Yours, which I find to be very interesting. It's very catchy in a way that I just have a tendency to repeat songs if I genuinely very like it. But other than that, I don't think there's any other new bands that I had a chance to listen to for March and April. But if you haven't had a chance to listen to that band, I highly encourage you to go ahead and check them out. So that is pretty much everything that I thought I would share with you guys for my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on what I had to share overall. So if you did, be sure to sucker punch that like button down below. Comment down below as well. Let me know what has been your favorites for the month of April and March. And of course, if you're new here and if you haven't done so already, please do dedicate the time and effort to subscribe to my lovely channel, join my little army of darkness, And if you hit that notification button, you will be updated with brand new videos every single Friday. If you guys are interested in following me outside of YouTube, all of my social medias will be listed in the description box right down below if you are indeed interested in checking them out yourself. My house is still somewhat a bit cluttered at the moment, so I'm probably not gonna give a house tour for a while, but I will definitely have to upload that also sometime in the future as well. So let me know if you guys are also interested to see that, if you will. But yeah, I'm very happy and I'm so excited to be here into Houston. More videos will be coming up relatively soon, all the way up until I leave for Indiana again to visit my grandparents and my mother again. I know it's kind of strange. It's like I'm saying to you guys, hey guys, I'm here for now, but guess what? I'm gonna be leaving again. So I've been traveling quite a lot this year so far. I left in February, and then I left in April, and now I'm gonna be gone sometime in June or July, which is kind of strange that I've been leaving and going the past couple of days, but that'll probably change once I get back from my vacation. But until I actually leave, I will still continue to post more interesting videos for you guys to enjoy all the way up until I officially leave, and then I come back and make more videos again. One other thing before I completely leave, actually, by the time I upload my next video, after I am of course done uploading my moving road trip, which will be sometime next week I believe, I will basically come back on my video with a brand new haircut because spring is already here, as you already know, and it already feels like summer out here, so I figured I would give my skin a really good breathe as soon as I cut my hair and everything. So yeah, when I come back and such, you will see me with a brand new haircut. But I just thought I would get that out of the way before I completely end this video. So anyway, with all that rambling being completely said and done and completely out of the way, have a completely chill week, an awesome day or night, and I will talk to you all soon in the next video. So until then, stay completely dark and so fucking brutal and awesome, my friends. Take care. Bye for now.